So I have this column at the top. I do these notes, kind of like a guide to take me through each of these shows. Have an idea of what I want to talk about, but just in case, it's kind of like a rough outline. And it always starts with the recap, recapping how the previous picks did so we can keep an accurate total, because the last thing I'm ever going to do is try to bullshit anyone on this thing. So the recap will always have, as you can see there, there's a slash down the middle. The winners are supposed to go here. The losers go here. The record from those picks here, and then the overall record here. You'll notice this is completely blank. The section for winners is completely blank. Holy shit. So everyone making Chargers jokes, I can't make them. I can't make them. When I'm running this cold, I can't make Chargers jokes. I am the Chargers. I am the Chargers of picking games right now. Seattle gets blown out by this is the football team. That's just a loser. No complaints. Had Washington, lost to the Giants. This is the second time I played Washington this year. In both Washington bets, Kyle Allen got hurt and Alex Smith came on. I'm not going to knock Alex Smith. It's one of the all-time great comeback stories. But there's a difference between, being cleared to play and being ready to play. And Smith looks like a guy who needs some more time to be ready to play, quite frankly. So both, don't swear, both Alex Smith appearances, I was the two losers. Then the Cardinals. That was an awesome football game. If I'm going to lose a game, and that was my favorite game of the week, so be it. Tua was awesome. The Dolphins played really well. There's not a whole lot to say there. That was kind of like, it felt a little bit like Clemson Notre Dame, right? There's mistakes, and you can sit there and you can nitpick some of the decision-making, but overall, this is a fun game. Like, we have some really good quarterbacks in the NFL right now. First of all, the rookie class between Burrow, Tua, and Herbert, awesome. Kyler Murray's fantastic to watch. Lamar Jackson, I know he's struggling a little bit in the passing game, but he's fun as hell. Patrick Mahomes, obviously, Russell Wilson. Fun time to watch quarterbacks. And I know there's some guys I'm not naming. I'm not trying to slight anybody. Is that I've been drinking a little bit because the picks went 0-5. And then both teasers. Arizona, Kansas City, Arizona, Tennessee. Lost 3 of the 4 teaser legs. Yay, Tennessee. But for some reason, I came on here and gave you a bunch of advice as to why you shouldn't bet the Steelers. Didn't take the advice and bet the Cowboys myself, just didn't bet it. And the Cowboys covered that game, no problem. So 0-5, 66-82 overall, 16 under 500. That sounds bad because it is. But what's really important to highlight from this record is the fact that I was like 6 games over 500 a week and a half ago. And I think I'm 5-25 over my last 30 picks. I've run cold before. I don't know if I've ever run this cold. And there's no excuses. It's just, whoa. So, like I said this morning, cold or hot, specifically cold, I was coming on here and I was going to unload the clip for tonight. So, no bullshit. I've got 10 picks. These, you probably want to go the other way on all 10, but I was sitting there during the second half of the game, finalizing everything. So here's where we're at, first and foremost. Temperature tonight between 74 and 77 degrees in Tampa, Saints visiting the Buccaneers. 40% chance of rain at kickoff. They're getting some storms in Tampa. There might be some rain early in the game, but the forecast calls for it to clear up by the end of the first quarter, maybe at kickoff. So I don't know if we'll see any of it. Just keep that in mind. Everyone shouting out the Raiders? Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, another key win. They're getting it done. The Raiders have 4 road wins this year, too, by the way. They've won it to the Chargers, the Chiefs, the Browns, and the Panthers, and they lost on the road to the Patriots. I mean, damn. Like that, look, they might not be great this year. They might not go on a deep run, but the Raiders, give them some credit there. I guess I'm just taking requests. Anyone that just wants to throw out any sort of comment, I guess I'll be responding to them. Gruden isn't doing the team any favors. They're winning. Look, the Raiders have sucked for so long. They win games. We got to let them have it. Is an away game against the Chargers, an away game. Chargers, man. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Are they cursed? They're just the Chargers. In a I saw someone tweet this. I don't deserve any credit for this, and I'm paraphrasing it and I'm going to blow it. But in a year where everything's been just all over the place, right? Like the most unpredictable year for America, you got the Chargers just being the Chargers. Just every week, the rock that we need, the rock of reliability and consistency that we need week in and week out, the Chargers. No boo on you the next time you're in town. You don't want to buy dinner from me. I'm just going to go there and mush it. Your picks got worse when you took away the shirts. Picks were already awful. I probably should have come back in something Hawaiian. I don't know. I'm looking at them right there. I can't do it. All right, so that's the weather. Injuries. Just about everyone's going to go. Michael Thomas is good to go tonight. Chris Godwin's good to go tonight. This should be an awesome game. So that's that. Line movement report. Tampa was -4.5 on the look-ahead line. Let me make sure this is when I wrote this down 15 minutes ago. I want to make sure it hasn't changed. Yeah, so it's down to 3. So it's been nothing but New Orleans money. And the total has gone from 55.5 to 51. So it's been under money and New Orleans money. How about a daily wager suit? I mean, I'm not doing well with those picks either. 0-4. I had the Cardinals today. I had Stanford on Saturday, which is the quarterback and the best wide receiver gets scratched due to COVID right before the game. What the hell else did I bet? I had the Niners under Thursday night. Thank you, Shanahan, for calling that timeout. And I did Maction on Wednesday. No, I did 5 shows. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4. And then Maction, and I blew that one. I had Ball State, and the kid threw the INT at the end. Holy shit, what a week this has been. And in a sick, twisted joke, I told my wife like 3 weeks ago, no more bad wine. I only want to drink good wine around here now. No more cheap wine. I don't know where I get off making that comment because, quite frankly, I'm not rich, nor should I be drinking good wine on a regular basis. But that was the comment. I felt the need to make, in the midst of this losing streak, I felt the need to make that comment that no more cheap wine. I want good wine. So I'm sitting here chugging a bottle, presumably of good wine that she picked out. God bless that girl. All right. 10 picks. I hope you're ready. Do what you want. Stream buffers never had an issue on Twitter. Is the stream buffering now? I've been hardwired in, so I think the last 4 have been. Let me check. Just to make sure. I don't want this thing. I thought this thing was every now and then good. Okay, so just a little bit. Slightly. All right, here's what we'll do. So we're going to run through the picks, and then when we get to the end, let me know if it buffered throughout the course of it, and I will go ahead and I'll repeat. I'll make sure everything gets out there. So let's get down to work. Enough of this fucking rambling. Let's lose. All right, pick number 1. I'm betting the under. I'm going under 51. I'm coming right out with a nice classic play in a year where overs cash left and right. I'm coming in on the under at 51. And I don't think I'm going to be getting a better price on that because it's 51 across the board. Check. A little bit of wind tonight. Did I even mention that when I did the weather? Idiot. Of course, I did the whole weather report. I didn't even mention the wind. Wind's going to be sitting around 14 mile an hour tonight. That's not super bad. You want to start paying attention when it gets to 20, but it's at 14 tonight. The Saints also rank 22nd in pace. I think these teams are going to try to run the ball a little bit. Buccaneers might be sloppy early because they're coming off that Monday night game against the Giants. So you never know. 51 points. It feels like they had a pretty high-scoring affair the last time they got together. I think this time's going to be a little bit different. They know each other. They're going to be feeling each other out. More of a chess match. And, of course, as I say this, I'm thinking this is going to be a fucking shootout just to the end with the way I'm picking. But I'm going with the under of 51 right out of the gate. It's trending down. I'm playing the trend and following the steam. Number 2. I'm going to get a teaser involved here. Crazy props are coming. Don't worry. I'm going to tease the Saints up to 9. All right, so they're sitting 3. I'm teasing them up to 9, and then I'm going to tease the total from 51 to 57, and I'm playing the under. So normally, I don't play same-game teasers. I don't really have a reason for it. I'd love to give you some good analysis on that. I don't have it. I just like to mix and match teams. I don't play totals a lot, but we're in desperation mode, and I'm chasing money. And I told you I was going to be chasing money today. So we're going to do a same-game teaser. Saints teased from 3 to 9. I see it as a tight game either way. And I think the Saints are more than capable of covering the spread and winning the game. So the 9 in my pocket feels good. It would have felt better this morning if we had talked about it. and taken the 4 and teased it up to 10, that would have been a lot better. But we go with the lines as we do it live. So we're going to tease it up to 9. And then because I like the under, I'm going to tease it from 51 to 57 and play the under. So I can tell you what's going to happen. Saints will probably lose by about 6. Mark this down. They'll lose by 6, so that part will cover, and the game will have 65 points on the board. It will go flying over. That's bet number 2. Number 3, I told you I had some Antonio Brown stuff. So I'm going to make 2 Antonio Brown bets. Chopped around over 41.5 receiving yards. Now, Godwin's going to play tonight, and Evans is obviously playing, and Gronk is healthy. Brady's got, I mean, that would have been a spot for a really good vocab word, but I didn't have it. Brady has lots of people to choose from. I'm going to go all the way remedial kindergarten to describe the thought I'm trying to get out of my fat brain right now. He has lots of wide receivers he can throw to tonight, including running backs and tight ends who also can catch the ball. So, despite all that, I think he's going to want to work Brown into this game. And I don't want to play over-under on receptions because I don't know how many plays he's gonna be involved in, and I don't know how many times he's going to be targeted. But I think he's good in the receiving yards for 1 or 2 yards is play number 3. Now, play number 4 is I'm betting Brown to score a touchdown at 12-1. Now, now that I say that, I don't know if that, let me double check that, because I don't think that's an anytime touchdown. I think that's the first touchdown, and I don't necessarily want to do that. Give me 1 sec on this, because I remember writing this down. I'm like, that sounds too good to be true. And I don't want to sound like an idiot like that Iowa. Yeah, there's another one. As cold as I've been, the Iowa pick, I didn't even give myself credit for because I was so stupid. I was rambling on the other day about that pick, about how they were a dog rather than a favorite. So many people were confused. I didn't even count that one. Like, what an idiot. Even when I win, I get in my way. Okay, hold on. TD score, first touchdown. Yeah, Brown was 12-1 to score. Okay, that's not what I want. Plus 163. Okay, so we'll count that as 1.6 wins if we get it. Not 12-1. That was for the first TD. Although now that I'm saying all this, it feels like we should bet that as well. Because if I talk about it and then I don't do it, 11th bet. We got 11 bets tonight. False advertising on the tweet. False advertising. So Brown to score a touchdown at any point tonight, plus 163. I got to write this shit down because now it's all of a sudden it's new. Brown, any time, plus 163. All right. And Brown to score the first touchdown at 12-1. And if that hits, that's worth 12 bets. So we're right back in this thing. Reminds me of Bet 162. If anyone knows what I'm talking about on that, shout it out. Where late in that game, I was just picking the exact final score of Giants baseball games to try to chase my money back. Absolutely pathetic. All right, so that's where we're at on Antonio Brown. Those are the only 2 plays. I don't want to do the over-under receptions because, like I said, I don't know how many plays he's going to be in for. I don't know how many times he's going to be targeted. Godwin's going to play tonight. There's a whole lot going on, but I do think Brown's involved enough to get at least 1 big play there. So there you go. That's 4 plays. I'm going to play 2 plays relating to Alvin Kamara. I'm going to go under. No one's going to like this. Under 5.5 receptions and under 47.5 receiving yards. Now, if you go through Kamara's receiving game logs this year, it looks like it's a smash over. 5 for 51, 9 for 95, 13 for 139, 3 for 36, 8 for 74, 8 for 65, 9 for 96. So you think you must be a complete idiot to bet under on the 5.5 receptions and under on the 47.5 receiving yards. Yes, you're probably right because my picks have been terrible. But a couple notes on this. Number 1, Thomas and Sanders are back. A lot of these targets and receptions and yards, it's because Breeze had no one else to throw to. Number 2, the Buccaneers have an extremely quick linebacking unit. All right, very quick linebacking unit. So maybe Breeze checks down enough to get him to 6 receptions. Maybe. So what? I'll eat that one then if that's the case. But I don't know if he's going to get the 47.5 receiving yards because he's going to have to make a big play now in week 1 against this team. 5 receptions, 51 yards. So we win 1, lose 1. I'm playing under on both. Under 5.5 receptions for Kamara, under 47.5 receiving yards for Kamara. Using teaser points for over-under is a bad use of points, but I think you know that. Look, Rob, I appreciate it. If you weren't here at the beginning, 0-5 today. Also, really ice cold last 2 weeks, week and a half after being red hot for 2 weeks. So we're chasing money here. That's what this is. This is the chase stream. I appreciate smart, rational conversation. This is not the place for it. This is the place for reckless financial investments in sports gambling. That is what we're doing here. All right, so those two. Just because I want to see it, Brady to throw an INT, yes, -120. I mean, here's the analysis. He hasn't thrown one in any of his last 4 games. He's been clean. I think he throws one tonight. Do I have reasons for that? Not really, no. I looked at the price and I thought Brady's going to throw a pick tonight. It was the first thought that crossed my mind, and I thought I'm going to bet it. Like I said, we're chasing here. Brady throws an INT -120. Yes. We already talked about Antonio Brown to score the first TD at 12-1, so that one's covered. Malcolm Jenkins over 5.5 tackles. Let's give the defenders some love. So, Malcolm Jenkins, 6 tackles in the first meeting between these two teams. He has crossed this number in 4 of 7 games this season. Outside of that, the analysis doesn't go much further. I was looking at this tonight and I was thinking, anything coming over the middle, he's going to need to clean up. The the Gronkowski stuff, he's going to need to clean up. I think the Buccaneers are going to want to try to get some sort of running game going to try to establish tempo. That's what Brady did with the Patriots. Run the ball, grind the clock, throw it. I don't think the Bucs are looking for a shootout here. They have the weapons for a shootout, but they've got the defense. So ultimately, keep the defense fresh, run the ball, make your plays. Malcolm Jenkins, big game tonight in the tackles. 5.5 total tackles. So solo plus assisted. The grand total's got to get to 6 for us to win that. So there you go. Jenkins over 5.5 tackles. First turnover, Tampa Bay, +105. The Saints are the favorite to have the first turnover. I'm thinking short week for Tampa. Maybe they're a little sloppy early, which would beg the question, why am I playing Antonio Brown to score the first touchdown then? Good thought. I have no idea how to answer that. I would just say that I think the Buccaneers commit the first the first turnover at +105. 2 missed with 5. I had a note there. I can't even read the note. It's probably a good note when I took it and researched it. That's probably 3 minutes down the drain. And then passing yards. I think this is the last one. Brady passing yards. A little regular one. Under 293.5. Brady's only hit this number in 3 of 8 games this year. He's averaging 273 passing yards a game this season. A little bit of wind in this game. When they got together the first time, he was in chase mode. He only had 239 passing yards. Point I'm getting at, I don't see this as a shootout. I know that we're going to come into this game talking about the old quarterbacks and all their wide receivers and everyone's healthy and that this is going to be some explosive game. I could be dead wrong. I've been dead wrong quite a bit over the last couple weeks. I just don't see that happening. I am looking at the situation as being a little bit more lower scoring, a little bit more running. So there you have it. I don't think Brady's getting to 294 yards tonight. I don't. So that's it. 11 bets. I'm going through the using teaser points. Bet 162 sounds about right. Pick the over 51. Look, I'm sure everyone in the feed has better picks than me. I'm not about to question any of those. Let's finish this thing off. Good thing we didn't have any overtime games tonight, so we were able to wrap this up. 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 Eastern. For those of you who come to this and watch this, thank you. This is like therapy for me. I come in here with booze, and I just dump out all my emotions as to the losing streak I'm on, but I feel better. It's like catharsis. I feel better at the end of it, and then I get to announce all these bets and think them out. And I'll tell you, as I work through those, some of them I felt good about, and as I'm talking about them, some of them I remember, bet responsibly. I love to bet on games. I love to talk about betting on games. I like to answer questions about games. No, I'm not a professional at this. I talk about it for a living. I love it. I study, I research. I've been doing it forever. My second run in Vegas. But, be smart with your money. Treat this like blackjack. Treat this like the movies. Treat this like going to dinner. It's entertainment, right? You want to get angry if you lose, but you don't want it to affect your life. You want to feel that rush, but you don't want it to, affect the major stuff. All right, you got 10 fades, 11 fades, buddy. I ended up giving you 11 picks, Quincy. So how about that? Has Bear texted you tonight? I have not heard from the Bear. I hear for the Bear quite a bit. His soccer plays, he got hot. He hit, I think it was Watford on Saturday. Bears soccer plays are incredible. Bears also pretty good at horse racing too. I don't know how he did in the Breeders' Cup. I wasn't following it. Recap, and then we're out of here. We got to get done with this. Get ready. It's 11 picks. Under 51 total points. Tease New Orleans up to 9. Tease the under up to 57. Antonio Brown over 41.5 receiving yards. Antonio Brown to score the first touchdown at 12-1. Antonio Brown to score a touchdown at plus 163. Alvin Kamara under 47.5 receiving yards. Alvin Kamara under 5.5 receptions. Tom Brady will throw an interception. Yes, minus 120. Open tease. The New Orleans Saints with, I'm not announcing it. I'm opening a tease with the Saints plus 9. We're going to close it tomorrow night, Monday Night Football, which is the ultimate way to tease you into saying the next stream is tomorrow at 2 Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, Patriots Jets, right here on YouTube. How about that? So open tease with the Saints. Malcolm Jenkins over 5.5 tackles. First turnover will be Tampa Bay plus 105. Brady under 293.5 receiving yards. That's it. We're done. I got to go eat something. Could you put your picks in the description? No, because then you'll just read the description and not watch the unbelievable content that I put together. So that probably won't be happening. Smart move, but that's essentially just a tweet or a blog at that point. It's not a video. Pizza. No, the wife's making pasta. Great pasta dish tonight. She thinks I'm up here doing like serious work. She thinks this is like, oh, he's got to go up and do the live stream. I mean, yeah, I don't have to do it. I like to do it. I like to work with Oddshark, but ultimately, she's convinced this is like, me doing real stuff. Kamara on the fantasy team, you'll be fine. All right, we're done. We got to get out of here. I'll see you tomorrow, 2 Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. No matter what, have fun tonight. Yeah, 2 Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. Have fun tonight. Thank you for watching. I always appreciate it. We'll turn this thing around at some point, probably next year, maybe March Madness. Who knows? All right, more watch.